My name is Ernest M. Keeling. Welcome to this reading, a poem to mark 29 November 2023, UNESCO International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people. It is also to condemn Western governments for arming terror state Israel and offering solidarity for its genocide of Palestinian civilians in Gaza. About 15,000 have now been slaughtered, mostly women and children. Jewish religious fanatics like Netanyahu refer to texts of biblical slaughters from pre-Roman times to justify their slaughter today. This poem speaks of US collusion as the principal donor to Israel's arsenal and coffers, now and over past decades. But Rishi Sunak and Keir Starmer of the UK, members of the EU, notably Macron, Rutte, Scholz, and EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen also bear responsibility for this 21st century genocide, a stain on humanity. Macron has softened his stance, but it's too late. The damage is done. Honourable exceptions are Ireland, Spain, and Belgium, who support a humanitarian ceasefire. At time of videoing, there is a temporary ceasefire to allow exchange of captives and prisoners, which, unless extended, is due to end tomorrow, Friday, 1 December. Save the Children has said that failure to agree on a ceasefire is costing thousands of lives in Gaza. The world community must demand an immediate end to the genocide in Gaza. Demand an immediate and unconditional permanent humanitarian ceasefire. Demand that Israel be brought to account for its war crimes and gross violations of international law. Follow my other poems on the conflict in Palestine. Copyright. This villanelle is titled Spawn, Genocide Joe and SS Blinken. Spawn, Genocide Joe and SS Blinken boast pedigree of wanted US presidents and the mold of genocide President Lyndon. The US paramount genocide nation built on the bones of indigenous natives spawns Genocide Joe and SS Blinken. Recall the tragedy of African nations uprooted to die crossing or in slavery, a precedent coveted by Genocide Nixon, the massacre of Filipinos in Luzon, Teddy's white man's burden to civilize, blueprint for Genocide Joe and SS Blinken. Cold War genocide in Vietnam and so on, funding death squads of realpolitik, set the canon with Lyndon, Nixon, Reagan. Palestinian blood, mostly women and children, stains hands of president and right-hand man. Spawn Genocide Joe and SS Blinken ape genocide presidents LBJ and Nixon. Thank you for listening, and God arrest America.